You are lazy. But not by choice. You see, our brains are programmed to seek comfort. So when something is hard or time consuming, it's only natural for us to want to avoid the task we deem uncomfortable. Nobody wants to spend an hour writing about something they care nothing about, or clean the house knowing it will consume their Saturday afternoon, having to clean who knows what. My point is, nobody is immune to the great struggles of procrastination, but understanding why we do it helps us break free of the endless trap it holds us in. Before I start, I want to mention that I was a master of procrastination. Like many of us, I didn't like cleaning or doing work or, anything that wasn't fun for that matter. So I would wait until my garbage became a mountain of who knows what. I waited until my assignments were due the day before. I would prioritize my enjoyment, which would cause later stress. And that's what procrastination does. It kills you slowly on the inside. You slowly become filled with this feeling of overwhelming stress and urgency. But yet you still struggle to do the work that will relieve you of this suffering. So why do we procrastinate? There's a few reasons why we procrastinate. For example, fear, doubting your ability to do the task, and assumptions.
Hello there.
But the truth is that procrastination is the way your ego protects you from fear of failure and struggles. Let's break it down on a personal level. When I first started meditating, I struggled. I couldn't sit my ass down for 10 minutes just focusing on my breath. That's insane, is what I told myself. But the truth is, I was subconsciously scared that I would fail, which of course I would. I never meditated in my life. So even the thought of doing it for 3 minutes was tough on me. But I knew the benefits. So I would try to do it for 10 minutes a day, but in practice I would only do 3 to 4 minutes. And of course, I've never done it before. And for a big part of my life, my attention has been killed by scrolling through endless 15-second videos and skipping through countless others. So even meditating for 2 minutes is impressive, but I didn't see it that way. So what's my point? Our egos want to see the best of us. So when it comes to getting into a new hobby or trying to do something new, you become desensitized by your small progress, as you expect to be able to go in the gym and do an hour-long workout, but without ever working out a day in your life. You expect yourself to be instantly consistent at journaling when you were never taught to. You expect to start something and do it at a level where everyone else is at, or beyond that. So the point is this: we make unrealistic expectations that causes us to slowly lose motivation, as well as make the assumptions that we put in place. Like assuming we will see results quickly. The second we realize this isn't the case though, we stop procrastinating. So if this sounds like you, what can you do? Simply be realistic with yourself. If you start working out, understand that it takes months of dedicated work to see the results you want. If you want to start a business, realize that hard times will come and sacrifices will need to be made. That way, when you work on your new project for a couple weeks, you never expect things to come easy. Motivations will fade slower without expectations. Another great cause of procrastination is fear. We have all kinds of fears. The fear of failure, the fear of doing a poor job, the fear of looking foolish. The thing about fear is no matter how much you try, you will always feel it. So what can you do? When I was in my second year of training, I held fear of injury. So let's correlate it with the fear of failure and the fear of looking foolish. So it got to the point where I pretty much plateaued on everything. My bench wasn't going up, my squat wasn't going up, and I was seeing no changes to my physique. So what did I do? Despite my ego wanting to lift the same weight, I knew it was time to change my training. So I lowered the weight, hired my reps, and focused on control. A few months later, I finally pushed past my plateau, but of course I was scared to go up in weight. But what's the point of the story? Sometimes you must take small steps, or even steps back, to conjure your fears. If you fear failure, you'll live a mediocre life, full of half-assed decisions and regrets. The point of failure isn't to put you down, but to empower you to get back up with a new learned lesson. No one is perfect. Failure is an opportunity to learn, to take what you know and change what you need to try again and become stronger. It's an endless process, but one that you must learn to master in order to conquer. But no matter how much you know or how much confidence you have at something, fear will always linger. You must learn to be courageous, to do things with or without fear, as this will make you strong. Forgetting fear or ego for a second, we also make excuses like it's going to take a long time or I'll do it tomorrow, which is a clear lie. And no one likes people who make excuses, so why make the exception for yourself? Short answer, it makes us feel less guilty for not doing what needs to be done. So how can we become more disciplined enough that even if an excuse sounds valid, we still have the ability to do what is necessary? Simple. You learn to do small steps. If you hear yourself making an excuse, you get up and do that task for 5 minutes. Sometimes you realize it won't take as long and you can finish it. Other times you'll sit back down after the 5 minutes as you don't feel like doing it anymore. But the point is, you still did the task, despite what you think to be a valid excuse. This will take time to develop, of course, but over time it will become habit, and you'll become more consistent at doing your unwanted task. If all else fails, routine is key. When I was getting into meditation, I would do it first thing in the morning. So even if I wasn't doing it for 10 minutes, I was still doing it. Were there days where I missed out? Of course, but the fact is, routine kept me consistent enough to eventually make a habit of it, which of course I still didn't want to do it, but as it became habit, it was easier to do over time. If you're someone with a messed up day-to-day schedule, make what you need to do at a time that is at utmost convenience to you. Last resort, make a to-do list, checking off the things you do one by one. The key for this approach is to make it a habit. How? By starting small. If you're already making your bed every morning, well, put that on your list and check it off. If you're already going to the gym consistently, add to your list and check it off. The goal is to get in the habit of using the to-do list or adding things you truly struggle with. If you're a person who is more visual, this is a for sure way to help you out. With that being said, I hope this video has truly helped you. Now be the productive person I know you can, and have a lovely day. See you in the next video.